Salutations, YouTube. This is the Free Men Don't Ask 19. This is an older file, I believe, but it works quite good. You do have to add a little. It doesn't want to drop free until you give it that little stress relief, then you can drop it. Haven't shot it on this yet, this chassis, and actually this is just an Advantage Arms 22, and that would be the Magpul G9, or this is actually a G17 magazine that I put in there. So what I've found on this one is that the 9mm mags work fine. My big problem, the 22 mags that came with this won't go in. Now this is for the 17. I'll show that in a second. But there was a 19 mag that came with this kit. Let me grab that. There it is. So this is the 19. This is how the kit came. So as you can see, everything seems to line up just fine. But like I'll express in all the videos when you're doing the Advantage Arms 22 conversion upper, these tabs on the back seem to add an extra amount of mag well, because see, it goes in until it hits that stop. For the 3D printed ones, this probably isn't the best idea. This one again, and I'm also having another problem with this. I don't seem like it would be a problem if you fire it and then it racks again. You see it grabs good. So if you're holding, like it's holding, it's ready, fire, bullet runs the slide back, let go, everything seems fine. The problem I'm having with this frame is you can see it in there, the slide takedown bar seems a little like it's not going to the top. And what's crazy, it's kind of funny, it's easy to take down because right off front it goes. This is Gen 3, everything here is Gen 3 pretty much. These I got on MC rails. Someone talked about them in a chat, and I realized I'm gonna have to buy a set of these because I did do a 19. The rails are cut different. If you can see there, these rails are shaved differently here, and they're also cut here to allow the locking block to sit on top of the rails. So if you do the 19 frame online, you are definitely going to have to get 19 rails. Make sure of that. What I didn't like about MC rails is these stupid little Allen keys. I was, long story, but I was gonna do a yellow one in this, printed in this orientation because I like how clean the frame looks. But I decided against it when I went to move the rails back. I pretty much stripped out 2 of these right off the bat, and I had to replace them. But luckily I had some M2 by 4mm, because these are M2 threads in here. So I had some M2 by 4mm long Allen keys that actually came in a set, and they work great. They fit the rails, they hold the rails. So I figured, hey, going forward with this, when I actually do file this down and start shooting it, and I am going to shoot it, like I said before, function seems just fine. We're only talking about 22, and like I said, it's holding. Pull the trigger, then you get your recoil impulse. So your recoil should keep it, you know, it's not trying to come off. But I think the problem, see, look how easy that is. I think the problem lies under the locking block, for at least for this slide takedown bar. It just doesn't. I think I should file some of that out so that it has more room to walk up and actually retain the slide. But I'm not worried about it. It's just a 22. we're not using the super high pressures here for experimentation, but I think, you know, you run 500 rounds, 1,000 rounds out of this booger, you would get an idea. So these screws versus these screws. Again, you're not looking at. You also can see the lifting that occurs here, but I believe a lot of this is like brakes on a car. This block is pinned in quite heavily, and your cars, some people don't know this, some people do, but your cars, I'd say 60 to 80% of your stopping force come from the front brakes. This is like a rear brake. These could be drums. It doesn't really matter. Most of your stopping force comes here. These are just to help guide the slide. You know, but this is, like I said, experiment in progress. When I get time, I'm going to file this back down, and I might do a shooting video. I might wait till I've got, 500 rounds or so fired through it before I do an actual review. Try to keep better track of it and see how it works. But what's weird is, like I said, 9mm straight in, no problem. 22, I've had that with every one of the 3D printed FM Free Men Don't Ask Glock frames, 17 and 19. It's the same on both of them. But the print orientation on this one was like this, which shows these supports in the straight up and down angle. Print orientation on this one was like this, which is why all the support material generated in an angle like this. And then again, my favorite direction to print, even though you really do have to make sure that you file all these support structures out. If you file them out or get a knife and carve them out, you can whittle them out, it doesn't really matter. But this one was printed like this, and that frame looks so clean. I just love that frame. They're all usable, but this frame just looks so pretty. And isn't that what you want on your gun? Aesthetics. There's the aesthetics. If you got to spend a little extra time in here with a file and a knife or a Dremel or whatever you're using to get this ports off, who cares? You want aesthetically pleasing. That's why we do this. So, not to mention customization. DeWalt, Cobalt. Okay, it is what it is, but we'll just set them off to the side. And I haven't shot this one yet. Still gotta file this down to accept that magazine. It's just kind of funny how these go straight in, and then this one just won't. It's like, nope, sorry, you gotta make room for these two detents on the back. But I did shoot this upper. I couldn't resist. I had to put it on my Glock 19 and shoot it, and it worked just fine. First bullet was a jam. After that, everything ran. I ran 2 or 3 mags through it, just fine. No issues. I might have run 3 or 4 mags through it, but no, it ran just fine. Great. So far as these Advantage Arms uppers go, they're amazing. It's too bad Glock didn't say, hey, Advantage Arms, you want to save us from our G44 catastrophe? Well, hey, they did. Just a little slap in the face at them. But this is a review on this one. I will do a video later once I've got more trigger time on it. Like I said, this slide stop issue might not be an issue if you're firing it. But till then, I want everybody to stay safe and keep shooting and enjoy your freedom.